okay, y'all, maybe it's just me, but like, I literally love when my man calls me and it's like, yeah, where you at? Because like, you love me or something. Like, you're literally obsessed with me. And that's okay. I'm just kidding. But like, for real though, that means that I'm on your mind. Like, I've been gone too long. Time to come home. And you know something? Not every man is gonna say like, oh baby, I miss you, or baby, please come home. Like, you know, you really got to know your partner. You really got to understand your partner, right? Because not everybody will speak as softly, and by softly I don't mean like quiet in the tone, but I mean like, if you get it, for those, you know, if you get it, you get it. But like what I said, the perfect example, not everybody is going to be, oh baby, honey. Like, everybody don't speak like that. Their love language might sound a little bit different, right? But as you get to know somebody and you get to understand that like, this is what somebody means, or this is what their actions mean. For example, right, you may not have the type of man that like always buys gifts and like is extravagant and showmanship, but he does things with intention, right? He goes out of his way to like teach you things, or to like make sure you're provided for, to make sure you're good. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's really about understanding your partner and understanding how they show love and how they communicate love. And also, sometimes that depends on their mood. They might have been really, really tired, and you might want that, oh baby, you know, like that physical touch and all of that. But they might be a little bit overwhelmed. They might be drained. You don't know if they had a long day at work or what, right? And sometimes I'm the type of woman that like, there's times when like I be wanting that, right? But I had to really learn to get out of my own way, and I had to learn to be considerate of my partner, right? Sometimes people give the best that they can, and it might not look like you think it should look. But really being open to understanding and willing to understand and not misinterpret things. One of the best advice that I actually saw on social media was to always assume positive intent, right? And that is something that I've been practicing in my relationships, and not just my relationship like with my significant other, but like my relationships with people, my interactions with people, right? Because there's times someone can do something. For example, let's say I'm driving and somebody, you know, cuts me off, and there's a part of me that's like, dang, a-hole. Like, here's a good example. One day I was driving, no, I was walking. I was leaving Target, right? And I was walking, and I was about to cross into the parking lot. I just left the store and I was about to walk into the parking lot, and this older gentleman was like at the, you know, there's a stop sign that says stop for pedestrian, and he was like stopped there because he was waiting for some people to go. But as I was about to walk, he started the car. And there was a part of me that could have been like, and almost my first instinct was to be like, damn, that was racist, you know, or like, oh, for real, you know, or like just feel some type of way, right? But I was like, nah, maybe he didn't even see me, right? So I started to walk behind his car, and as he pulled to the side of me, and he kind of, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. And I said, it's okay, don't worry about it. And I walked by, and honestly speaking, like, and he was like an older guy. He's focused on trying to get where he gotta go as safe as he can, you know, trying to make the best of what little time he got left, or a lot time he got left. So it's like, it wasn't personal. And there's times though that we give people the benefit of the doubt, and they meant it personally. So like, exist in this world, you really have to have discernment. You really have to like be able to critically think and assess situations, because there's times where you want to give people grace, and you got to be assertive, because people will carry you if they start to take your kindness for a weakness, or if they start to like assume they know you, or assume that they understand, or, you know your intentions and things like that. But there's times where like, also as human, like, we all make mistakes, or we're so caught up in our own stuff that, or, you know, because we all got a lot going on. The economy is hard, right? The recession and blah 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 blah. And even in our own personal lives, and in our homes, and in our works or whatever, some of us are in school like me, or we got kids. Like, all of us are overwhelmed, overstimulated. We all got a lot going on, right? So there's times where things happen and it wasn't intentional. And that's really been like a growing area for me, where I had to be able to step back and really assess the intention behind it, and not just my perception of it, right? And for me, that's a sign of maturity, because back in the day, how I feel is how I feel about it, and that's just what it is, right? But as we get older and I get to understand not only myself better, but people in general, sometimes people don't know the impact of their interactions or actions, right? And sometimes they do, or sometimes whether they're aware of it or not, they need to be made aware of it, because certain actions will not stop until certain people are called out on it, right? But you just got to be sensitive to the situation and assess it and take each situation individually. Love.